Alright, well, welcome back. I haven't been on here for like a year. My bad. My fault. Honestly, my fault. As to what happened to make it that way, just life, bro. Just life. I wasn't content maxing as hard as I should, or at all, to be honest. Not on Instagram, YouTube, any of it. But I guess what happened was, like, I was looking for that kind of gust of motivation, to record workouts and edit and do all that. But I was, like, so busy with other stuff. I got some cool shit in the works, man. But, yeah, I was just so busy with other shit that, I just kind of put it last on the list, unfortunately. So, very sorry for that to the, 3 people that actually give a fuck. But we're back, and we're about to hit some fucking chest and bicep at Alphaland. So, what a way to welcome ourselves back to YouTube. As far as what I'm gonna do going forward, I think for a little bit I might just focus on uploading as consistently as possible on YouTube, and then maybe every now and again on Instagram. I think before I was so focused on Instagram, and then YouTube was just only, I was only getting a few videos out, so it was just kind of hard to navigate doing it that way. But I think I'm gonna upload like short videos consistently on YouTube for right now. But yeah, y'all missed a lot, man. That's on me. But I had a great 21st birthday. Hold on, let me see where I'm going. I had a great 21st birthday. I meant to record like a vlog style, type of deal for my 21st because I went to Vegas. That was fucking crazy. But yeah, I didn't get around to it, so that's on me. But enough said, enough excuses. We'll just get in the gym, get this workout started. I'm gonna be here a lot more. I'll be able to explain, a lot more what's going on, what happened, all that shit. So you'll hear more in the future. But what else? What is there to talk about? Oh yeah, my cut. So one thing that I will say, because it's fresh on my mind, because today is the last day potentially, is my cut. So basically, I bulked back up to like the highest weight that I've been, which to some people is still very, very light. But I started out really skinny. I started out at about like 150 pounds when I started working out. But I finally got back up to 206. So for whatever reason, 206 has been like the fucking end all be all barrier of body weight for me. I don't know why that exact number, but I've never seen 207. You know what I'm saying? Or anything above that. But yeah, I got to 206 on my bulk like a month or 2 ago. So that felt pretty good. And then I noticed I was looking like fucking CJ Shroud, bro. I was looking like CJ. My face was all fucking bloated. I don't hold a lot of body fat, which, that might be in my fucking head, to be honest. So, because I know people on the internet will be quick to tell you if you're a fucking fat ass or not. But I didn't feel like I was holding a lot of body fat. It felt like just a lot of water and bloating and, shit like that. So, I was like, I gotta do something about this. Spring was coming up, it was around like Valentine's Day, so I was like, this would be a good time. Plus I was tired of eating fucking like just a bunch of like shit food. Like, I was so sick of it. I was so sick of like everything, eating so much, because I had been bulking for from October to Valentine's Day, just eating, if you have a maintenance of 3,600, it gets fucking old. It gets very old, even just going to maintenance. And it also gets very expensive. So, very time consuming, expensive, boring, basically, I was just sick of it, and I was like, I think I need to cut. I think I want to bring the abs out, you know, release the Kraken type shit, and that's what I did. So I started to cut, trying to get the bloating down, trying to get my face a little more, you know, chiseled and shit like that, because it was bad. I'll probably like throw in a picture or something, but maybe not. But yeah, my face was super bloated, my gut was super bloated. I measured my waist at the start, and it was almost 34 inches, which, you know, might not sound like a whole lot, but if you saw my gut, the mic is would tell gut. So my shit was poking, but basically I was like, I'm gonna try to hold on to as much body weight as I can, because I don't want this, you know, next bulk to be fucking super difficult, like starting from fucking 180 pounds, 170 pounds, some bullshit like that. So I was like, let me hold on to as much weight as I can, and try to do some like water manipulation, get some of the fat off, just change up my diet, eat whole foods, limit my sodium. So I started doing that. I started potassium maxing. Not too much though. I'm not trying to get fucking potassium poisoning, but I started drinking more like coconut water, eating less sodium, eating straight like chicken breasts, jasmine rice, sweet potatoes, shit like that. So instant like 9-pound drop from like the first week. So first week I was feeling great. Got a lot of the bloating down. Long story short, here I am like a few weeks later. A very shortcut, because, you know, I'm not naturally the biggest dude, just on like, you know, in terms of my build. I'm not out here looking like a fucking lineman, so I don't have to cut for too crazy long. So I was like, let me set aside like a month, and, you know, and see what happens, see if I can get as much of the bloating down as possible, and try to get some of the water down, get like a more dry look, because I was looking like a fucking newborn baby, bro. I'll put a picture probably of like on the bulk. Like, yes, I still had like abs and shit, like a little bit, but I was so watery. I looked like a fucking newborn child, bro. So yeah, so long story short, I got the water down. I didn't lose a ton of muscle, which I'm very happy about. I was able to stay, you know, within 10, 15 pounds of my start weight, which, you know, I was trying to stay like as close to it as possible, so that's still like a substantial amount of, you know, weight drop, but I got my body fat down, and my waist went down from almost 34 inches to a little over 30, so I lost almost 4 inches on my waist, so I'm very happy about that. That's probably like the biggest thing that I'm happy about. And then, you know, I got new, you know, cuts in my quads, and, you know, I can see my lower abs a little bit better and shit, so I'm very happy with that. I'll probably put a picture. Yeah, man, so finally done with that shit. I did my last weigh-in like right now. Like 30 minutes ago. I did my last little like in-body scan. I know it's not super accurate in terms of like the number, but I was just trying to, you know, use it as like, this is my starting point, this is where I am now, you know, in terms of like the numbers. Not taking the, because obviously anybody with a brain can look at me and tell that I'm not 5% body fat, because I would, you know, I wouldn't be able to function right now, and I would be in a show right now, so, which more to come on that, by the way, so, a little bit of foreshadowing, but, yeah, I know I'm not 5%, I know my starting point was probably like 15, 16, and I'm probably at like 10 now. I don't think I'm single digit, to be honest. I'd be very shocked if I was single digit, but I feel like I'm pretty close though. I feel like I'm probably like 10.1 maybe, in terms of like the eye test, and like pinching my skin, you know, like pinching my lower abs. I don't have as much like, you know, thickness in the skin, and like it's a lot thinner. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with how it went. Definitely ready to bulk again. But yeah, this was a pretty good cut. This is a pretty decent cut. I'm gonna try to still eat like whole foods. I'm gonna try to still eat lots of chicken, sweet potato, you know. I made some bomb-ass sweet potato pancakes with some 0 sugar syrup. And yeah, that was great. That helped a lot on, you know, some of the days. But yeah, I still got lots of healthy foods at the house that I need to eat. So I'll, you know, probably eat at around maintenance, maybe in a slight surplus for right now, if I can get my body used to everything, and then it's time to make the scale go up again. I'm probably gonna buy some dextrose as well. Try to slam that after. If you know, you know. But yeah, I'll try to slam that after the workouts. Yeah, but that's enough talk. I will see y'all at Alphaland. I'll try to get in some chest and some bicep on this lovely Thursday morning. So I'll see y'all there, and hopefully I'll see y'all a little more consistent than I have over the past, you know, however long.
All right, I didn't know it was gonna just start recording out of nowhere, but basically, yeah, I was fucking around, decided to dunk a little bit. They had a basketball court, so I was like, might as well get my body moving, you know, little jump shot. Ugh, fuck you talking about?
Starting the workout. I had to get more pre-workout though. I was feeling like I was crashing a little bit. I started doing some preacher curls. I have one more set left, and then I'm doing some chest. So I'm about to fill this up right now. Let's see. Alright, we'll mix this up, and then I'm gonna start chest.
All right, so this video is gonna be like half and half, probably, like in terms of like voice recording and actual audio. I kept on talking to the camera, thinking that it could hear me for whatever reason. So that's on me, but basically I'm just warming up bench, starting out with the bar, getting a few reps in. I had to adjust a few things, so I just did a little jump cut straight to a plate, but I raised the little rack higher, so getting some warm-up sets with a 135, and then I went straight into 185. I was expecting like some strength drop off, considering this is like the last day of the cut potentially, unless I continue to go a little bit further, but wasn't too bad. I told this guy, I asked him for a spot. I was like, you know, sorry to bother, but if you could, you know, spot me real quick. Then he was pretty cool. So yeah, he was spotting me here. I told him I wanted to go for 8. I think I ended up getting exactly 8. Let's see. Yeah, I definitely had more. Yeah, this is the set when he told me I had more. So yeah, he was telling me go up and wait. So I told him, all right, I'll go up and wait. So I don't know what the fuck happened here. This is like super blurry, but I put on 235, just repped it out to failure. I think I failed at like 7 or some shit like that. Same guy spotted me. He was pretty chill. I forgot his name, to be honest. So if you're watching this, bro, sorry. But I think it was like Jason or some shit like that. But yeah, he was cool as fuck though. Yeah, he ended up spotting me for 235, and then I just dropped back down to 225. Did a little burnout. I think I got like 6 here. Let's see, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, major strength drop off from the first set, because I definitely, if you saw the fucking first set, I went to 8, but I could have got like 11, maybe 12. So that's, you know, pretty close. My best is 15, like on a bulk. So that's like my current best. Here I was doing some TNF press. Shout out TNF. Putting the whole community on to this shit. TNF, bro, you've done irreversible damage to the lifting community. I'm not gonna lie, but you know, the gains from this exercise were pretty good. I think I started doing it on the cut, and I noticed like gains in my upper chest. So yeah, pretty difficult set. There's me dying on the bench. A little pose down, getting some, shoulders. Here I'm trying to talk to the camera. You can't fucking hear me because it's so loud. But yeah, I thought the shoulders were looking pretty round right here. So, upper chest poking a little bit. So doing a little pose down in between sets while I was resting, working on some angles and shit like that, trying to angle max. This was the second set. I think I went up in weight here. No, this is the same weight. Same weight. I don't know how many reps I got, but this felt especially difficult today. This is probably like the hardest thing that I did today. So, yeah, that shit fucking sucked. But it felt pretty good upper chest wise, just like I was dying after every set, as you could see. But then I moved on to this little superset right before I did my pose down. Basically, I take like this little plate-loaded fly. I do like a stretch at the bottom, and then I bring it together and do like a hex press. So, very good squeeze, very good pump. And it's only going to get better once I'm in a surplus. But very good squeeze and pump. I don't want to hear shit about how hex press is not optimal, all this shit. I fully understand. You don't have to tell me. But I think, getting the little stretch at the bottom adds a little bit of, hypertrophy to it. Makes it a little more worthwhile than just doing a regular fucking hex press with a plate. But, here I was repping it out, kind of bringing it together in the middle of the movement, pushing up. Super crazy squeeze. So I highly recommend, throwing this into like the end of your chest workout. Or if you want to do like light squeezing, something like that. I thought it was pretty good. But yeah, I was just supersetting here with lateral raises. I think I did 3 sets of each. And then here's me trying to get a little Lex Little pose in there, you know what I'm saying? If you know. Trying to make my waist look a little small. The lighting was not doing me, a whole lot of justice, but here I go for the second set. Same thing, just getting the stretch, squeeze. I think I went up in weight on the last set because 25 was not cutting it. I think I was selling myself a little bit short on those, but doing some lateral raises, really trying to get the tension at the bottom of the rep. And then, this is the last set. I threw another 25 on there to see how it feels. And then doing stretch, squeeze, all that stuff. That one felt really good. I probably should have went up a little bit sooner instead of only the last set, but, you live and you learn, whatever. But, doing one more set of lateral raise. And then I think I checked the pump right after. Yeah, so here I was checking the pump. Back was looking very dry. So I was very surprised when I looked back on the videos, because when I was in the posing room, I was like, I could probably cut another week. Like, it still looks like there's some water, I was like, I still feel like, relatively watery, but you could see in my chest, it's just fucking grainy. Like, for a 4-week mini cut, like, that's pretty fucking grainy compared to, my start, where I was looking, like fresh out the womb, bro. So lots of water at the start, but, even like the midsection looking like pretty grainy. Chest separation was looking, real dry. So my lower back especially, I know it's already, passed, but I think I have some more videos in here of my back poses. But yeah, chest was looking super grainy right here. I was really fucking with it when I watched the video back. So I don't know. You guys can let me know if any of you guys want to comment and let me know what I should do. If I see it in time, then, whether or not I should keep going on the cut, or like, carb up, bulk. Because I know the start of the bulk is usually when people look the best. So very excited for that. But doing a little more posing. I switched the angle right after this. I switched to the little second mirror that they had. Yeah. So I was getting some some abs. You can see the lower abs starting to poke out a little bit, a little V-taper. Got the gills on the side. Pretty solid in my opinion. Here's me doing a little mantis, whatever the name is, pose. Getting a little bit of back action. Lats were looking dry too. That's, at first, usually those are the most watery looking thing for me. But yeah, lower back was looking pretty solid too. Had a little Christmas tree action in March. Not even Christmas time, but my lower back says otherwise. Yeah, a little bit of a lat spread. Need to work on it a little bit, but that's what I'm recording it for, so I could see. Definitely need to work on the lats, but here I'm just focusing on getting my waist to look pretty slender compared to like my shoulders and shit like that.
All right, so pretty solid workout. A little bit of chest, a little bit of shoulder, bicep. I was very pleased with the pump. Like the little pose down, I looked a lot more dry than I thought I would look. Definitely the driest that I think I've seen myself look. So very pleased with that. And yeah, I'm just glad that the cut's pretty much over. I might heat up maintenance for a few days, see what I want to do from here. But I'm glad I got to this point. I think it looks pretty solid, and yeah, ready to get bigger, get stronger. But yeah, I'll go home, get some protein in,